What's up guys, and welcome to another video here on Abbster TCG. So for today's video I'm actually gone in France right now, in Toulouse, playing a regional. So I'm going to like pre-make these videos, as you all probably know, hopefully know, I'm playing in this webcam league called Sabaody Showdown. You play like a best of 3 every week. We have like a table. And Jack from Sabaody Showdown were so kind to give me my 2 VODs with commentary from the commentators. So this video and the next video will actually be uploaded yes, with the commentary and the VOD. And I want to give a big shout out to Sabaody Showdown because they have been great. Tournaments have been running smooth. I'm having super fun playing against good players. There's some pricing too, and I know they're going to expand some for next season or next season, you could say. So go check them out. All their links are down below. Yeah. Also remember to subscribe, but let's get into the games.
I've been looking forward to seeing this matchup specifically. Should be green yellow law against blue purple.
Yes, it's on screen right now. Decent matchup.
What do we know about the matchup?
Law. Yeah, it's good for Law. That's why Law has been getting a lot more popular in the recent days.
Are you still trying to make it work, or do you agree with me that it might be bait?
I've given up a bit on it. I think Law is still good for the. I mean, it's still good for the reasons it was good, but those are less relevant, I think, because we've seen blue purple not do that well, like conversion wise. And green purple and black purple have been doing the best so far out of the Luffy leaders. And Law doesn't struggle into them, but also doesn't do really well into them. But so
we see that the game has started. Asmir went first, which I would assume is what both decks want to take. But it's a pretty good start for a Law, seeing I think all the pieces that you need for your combo, except a 5 cost that we don't know.
Yeah, going first is definitely what you need, what you want to be doing here. But when going first, the Law player can delay their Law to turn 4 and get 5 and get away with it. Here he really needs a 7 drop on his turn 4, otherwise he's really slow.
Mm-hmm. Here Abbster inevitably takes this hit, but we should see that bunny coming down and playing something with leader ability, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, if he has a bunny and so a good 5 cost, then he's definitely gonna play those out.
Exactly.
Cavendish and beige would be great. The 2 cost beige to protect the Cavendish.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
Yeah, that would be the best, because 5 cost Law now, you're missing a 1 drop on the board to bounce for your Law ability, because Kid Killer needs to be bounced for the leader ability. So Cavendish is better than the blocker.
Totally. It is like going second is as good of a start as you can get.
Yeah, for sure. If he has beige or anything, that's great. Because if he doesn't have the beige in hand, this Cavendish might be dealt with through Godthread. And that would really hurt.
See, he's thinking. So maybe either options. Maybe he doesn't have beige. Maybe he's thinking of a searcher or 2 searchers. We're gonna see him search a lot. It's gonna be tough to keep up. So far, we've only seen Bonnie, I think, which is being played.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if he had beige in hand, he would just slam it, because Godthread is that Godthread really hurts here.
100%.
So you want to avoid that. Yeah. Place the Kid Killer instead.
Yeah, I think it's definitely how you were saying. Like, if you have BJ or Capone, I still don't know how to say that name. I feel like everyone has some interpretation. Yeah, definitely slam it down. What did he get? What did he get? I did miss it.
I was looking at chat too. We're good commentators.
Well, chat, please help.
We're good commentators looking at chat at the same time.
Yeah. Focus.
He picks up his search. It is indeed warm, yeah. Jack's saying it. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, blocks the... Was it a 6k swing? Yeah, he blocks the 6k.
He does not
So-
have a 2K,
Yeah.
which is like often a big issue with this deck, right?
Yeah, because I think he's still running 8 2Ks. Let me check. But he's been doing that for a while, which I've also tried, and I didn't really like it, running only 8 2Ks. It feels very greedy.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I've had that problem as well. That
Ooh, there's
sometimes you
some
just run
spice in
out.
there.
Yeah, he has five cost tokens in there.
I mean, if you find a use for it, that is, it can be auto value. It just feels slow. And I do not remember exactly what it does.
If it battles a character, it restands itself. So it's basically Zoro leader ability from
Mhm.
OP12,
Yeah.
if you know that. Just
Yeah,
one don
exactly.
attached, not 3.
Yeah, Owolf is saying that Abbster got a searcher, that we already seen it. We have the bunny.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah, 1 cost searcher A. That's on the board right now.
like, is there any value in playing out the bunny now to freeze it on, you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, he gets to 8 don, so Katakuri is the thing. So in that case, yeah, you could delay the Katakuri turn.
Hmm.
But you need to be aware that if you don't play beige here, then Gravity Blade kind of screws you over.
Yeah.
So I think beige and Bonnie could be something he wants to do.
Mhm.
But I would take...
Hard casting.
Yeah,
Law.
that's probably better, not taking one more life
That,
here.
that also works. So you can play Veg out as well.
Yes. Or he does this and...
Or the other one. So another law, maybe?
yeah, he could play another law, which would be very strong.
Don't mind.
Okay, he plays the Bonnie to delay the kid. But now Gravity Blade really hurts him.
Exactly. I was thinking with another law, you can being greedy and play the law. But yeah, Gravity Blade here would be a bit much. Moment I am between these two decks. One because I like Vanilla Law. It's probably the most fun deck I played. Period. But Blue Purple seemed just having an understanding of what it does might be helpful later down the line.
Yeah, I think I miscounted the Don too. He's at 9 now, so 8 total available. So
Same.
Yeah, if there's a Katakuri in hand, then that can still hit the board. But yeah, Gravity Blade would be horrible now.
There we go.
Which happens.
Oh.
Not sure if I agree hitting the Cavendish here, because we saw him block the earlier 6k swing, which means he likely has like no 2ks and maximum maybe drew like 1 more 2k. And then if you swing the 6 at life, your opponent's not gonna take it. And given you're getting rid of the Cavendish, he also can't play 8 cost kit now. So I think the 6/6 at life maybe is a bit like better, but barely does a difference. Makes it a bit more awkward for Abbster.
100% agree. I think there's also a case for waiting on using Bonkley until like the law comes down. If it doesn't, well, very hard for law. Unless, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, now he really needs the 7 cost law.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, he has a very large lack of tempo after the Gravity Blade. He needs to establish 2 more bodies now without taking life, in best case.
I'm catching up with the chat now.
Yeah, it looks like we're the same people. But how do you pronounce the name?
I might tell later. If green and yellow wins, I'll tell everyone.
Okay.
It's nothing serious, but
Calling you
Oh.
Tony then. That's the workaround. Yeah, looks like we're just getting
So
the law
yeah.
out.
Cavendish. Okay. Do you play down Cavendish though here?
Yeah, I
No,
mean,
well,
it depends on
there.
hand. Your opponent doesn't have board, so it's fine going down to 1 here. And if you don't have beige, you're likely at 2 at the end of your turn, of the next turn anyways. And then if he has kid next turn, that's also very strong. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
here's
here we go.
beige. Yeah, that's like the perfect board state now. That's where you want to be. Because now you're almost like an Hody away from finishing the game.
That's right. Which means that if the opponent knows this, it's limited into what you can play, right? If you play a 9 cost, then you don't have the Dawn ever to use a giant. And if you're bricked, it's GG.
Yeah, if you play something like Sanji Kata now, then that would be like the prime way of losing to Hody, getting Kata and the Dawn rested. Sanji Mom is great because you get Cavendish off the board. It's in top life, so it's like still easy. It can still easily be played out due to beige, but
Big
getting
tempo
rid
loss.
of it, yeah, getting rid of it is still great. And then he has 2 lives, so he doesn't instantly die to Hody.
Exactly. Also, triggers can be nasty here. I'm gonna check if it runs a second G Blade. Only one. So yeah, never mind.
Only one and found it.
Yes. And one red rock, which is much less relevant here, but still.
He has a
Okay,
few one
Sanji Big Mom. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you still just use it on the Cavendish.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever like leave them there if you know you survive? Oh.
Yeah, that's also fine. Then you can swing at Cavendish later.
Enough. Can you tell how many cards in hand does Asmir have?
That's like 6, maybe 6, 7.
Yeah, something along those lines.
But if you give this deck enough time, and suddenly he has 8 cards in hand, and you're not sure why that happened.
Every single time. If you can chain laws, it can be very good. Of course, Abbster is not aware of the singular gravity blade, and now it's potentially searchable from leader ability, as far as he knows. Is it? Wait, am I tripping? No, it's not. Well, you can still get it.
Yeah, I mean, with this leader, basically at the moment he hits 10 Don, or 8 in that case. Basically, every card becomes searchable because you're not picking it up directly, but if you put it on the top of your deck and then draw into it, that's basically searching it.
This 10 blow is so good. Love it so much. Nasty stuff with Cavendish. Sequencing here is one of those things that I'm yet to figure out for myself. I think I'll just see what Abbster does. Yeah. Like kind of maximize what you can do.
Yeah, on this turn you have the Don to attach before you resolving the law. But if you do it on 7 Don, then it's like 6, 8, 8.
Mm-hmm. I see it. I see it. So what are we gonna see here in total?
He's gonna play like a 1 drop down before resolving the Cavendish. The law out of life. So he probably plays a Luffy.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you do need something to bounce.
Yeah, he plays a Luffy, gets 2 on.
Maybe gets a 2K. Could be sweet.
Yeah, 2K or blocker, probably best things to pick up.
There we go. 2K.
That's what we like to
I'll
see.
protect. Probably board.
mean, if he uses the law now, then he gets another Cavendish swing. His opponent used up Don, so his opponent doesn't want to giant, which would make me want to swing 9 at least. 9, 9, because 8 and 10 is gear 2. So let's see what he does.
Oh,
'Cause if-
okay. I would have expected, yeah, just like a barrage of attacks. Maybe keeping the law up for defense if you're really afraid of dying. On your hand.
I think you have enough counter to survive, probably. So you maybe swing the law. And then 7 cost law also can swing. So it's 8, 9, 10. I would have liked 9, 9, 9, I think. Because your opponent can't giant, but maybe he swings the law. Then the Don allocation also changes. Then it's 8, 8, 8, 9. Or plays like another beige or something over his recent law, but I guess that's not worth it.
At this point, you kind of want to get greedy, maybe.
Yeah, I think now you just swing 11. Because, yeah, just swing 11, then see what happens. Then you can still just swing the 6. And it's
For
fine
room,
too.
maybe?
That's also fine. Yeah, playing it a bit safe. But room needs 1 life as his condition.
Oh, that's something I probably should have learned. I should never, like, I put it in the deck. I haven't played it since.
Room, the counter
like, yep.
and the restand is 1 life.
But still, like, unless like, would blue purple go for board next turn? If you have your law down.
I mean, yeah, swinging for life now doesn't really get him anywhere, I think. So you need to get some bodies off the board, Cavendish for sure. Because worst case, next turn your opponent just bounces the restand law and plays it again, which is so swings like an 8, bounces the restand law, gets 2 rested on, swings an 8 with Cavendish, restands it on, plays the restand law, swings 8 again, gets 2 down back. Then he has like 6, 7 swings. So you definitely need the Cavendish off the board. So that doesn't happen. But now that you don't have leader ability as the blue purple Luffy, you're in a really rough situation.
Yeah, like what without giant you can't do anything. So with 8, I guess Katakuri is still a choice, but it's very expensive. And it just saves like 1 big swing. Stuff.
Yeah, and Abbster's gonna throw his entire hand on his board probably if he can. And then anything is basically game. If the Cavendish sticks, then it's for sure game because too many swings with the restand law. Or just Hody. Hody also gets there.
Yeah, exactly. You might even play Nami here. So that you can keep him extra on up. Even though Nami just still loses value to a Hori, but maybe you can use giant. But regardless, it's tough. Hori is always game, I think.
He gave the beige that we know about. That's 9 on.
It's surprising.
Yeah, that was 9 on 9. That's interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but with no Don and like 3 cards in hand, you're pretty much. The game's pretty much over.
I guess maybe Abbster was expecting to, for him to swing to life, and then he could use room for the with the Dawn up after the first hit, or like just threaten it maybe. Sure. The rough 3 in hand, is it? No Dawn.
It looks like 3, yeah. So like anyway, you swing it. That's just math.
It's math, yeah.
Just start an 8, but I guess 8, 10, 10, it all gets there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's fair enough. Well done to Abbster for the first game. To be fair, he did have a very, very good start. Surprised that the Gravity Blade didn't fix the game for Asmir. Glad to see it.
Back-to-back laws into the recent law was pretty strong. So much pressure.
Yeah. For sure. Well done to Abbster. Also, Abbster, if you ever rewatch this, probably won't. Thank you again for the Vega list. Very grateful.
Yeah, the third place Vegapunk, best Vegapunk EU.
That is the luckiest Vegapunk. But it's not about that. It's about the cook.
The cook, yeah.
Abbster TCG.
Okay,
I did not believe that the Sanjis would be good, but they're incredible. They were incredible.
Assuming Asmir is gonna go first again after losing the first game.
Unless he's like scarred from the hitting killer into bunny situation. Yes, that seems correct. That's right.
Yeah. Has Kid Killer again? Really
Deja vu here. I'm not, are we gonna see the same? Find bunny, maybe? Yeah. We find a bunny.
Yeah, Bonnie is a great pickup.
It's not. It would be a snap pick. Here you go.
I mean, sometimes you can, if you have it, but that's like very lucky. Just play 3 1-drops like Searcher, Beige.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, that's unlikely that this is his hand.
I just need a 5 cost. Just to be fair, like this deck doesn't run that many, but it searches so much that you're bound to find it, right?
I mean, sometimes you miss on them, but yeah, usually you don't. But sometimes the deck tries to fool with you. Yeah, we're probably just gonna see 6 again into the bunny.
I just realized that Abbster was indeed in the chat right now. So yeah, thanks again, Abbster. I owe you.
Maybe this time he has the beige to his Cavendish.
He might have learned, the lesson.
I think he just didn't have it last time. Don't think he has learned his lesson. I think he just didn't have it. Yeah, he has the Cavendish.
Oh, because he had it next turn, I think. So would he have?
No, I think he had missed beige for a while. Otherwise, the Gravity Blade wouldn't have happened. Beige came down really late.
Oh no, you're right. I am misremembering. That's on me.
And then here you would want to play beige again because of Godthread. But again, doesn't have it. Bonnie is very strong in this spot because he could play down Kid Killer, but in this case, Bonnie is kind of like a blocker, which happens a lot against blue-purple because blue-purple doesn't play anything in the early game unless it's Zorojiro. But
That's right.
especially when you're going first and just play a Bonnie, your opponent doesn't play anything on his 2-don. Having Bonnie out on 3-don is basically a guaranteed block.
It's very fair.
Okay, yeah, now the Godthread happens.
Here you go. Yeah. Godthread on Cavendish.
He did pick up beige off the Bonnie, but it's a bit too late.
Too late.
But maybe as a second Cavendish. Cavendish and 2 1-drops would be insane now because then you can Cavendish, beige, law, pick up something with law and play the beige out. And then your board is Bonnie, Cavendish, law, and beige. That would be the perfect turn. But that's asking for a lot of cards.
Yeah, also like really like at this point, if you use leader ability again, you're down in life. So you really need to find your law 7-cost law next turn. Otherwise, it's escalate.
Yeah, I mean,
To
going
be
down
fair,
the
there's
life
nothing on board.
here.
The blocker helps.
Yeah.
Um,
With the outcome I mentioned, you would have had 3 blocker on board, and your opponent doesn't have a board yet, and so that's fine. And then 9 mom also heals you, so also creates some sort of defense for you too. Even though it's a lack of tempo, at least you have more life then. But
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
this deck usually works very good at low life because you have so many small blocker.
Oh, okay. Yeah, replace it.
Yeah, replace the Bonnie. Okay, picks up the Bonnie in that case to play Cavendish and Beige, which is a bit worse than what I mentioned, but it's still good.
I'm guessing he didn't have 2K low. 2K, sorry, 2K Capone.
Yeah, if he had Beige, then he would have for sure played
Yeah.
Beige instead.
So yeah, he wouldn't have enough on to even play a Bonnie from hand. Like it was the way to get here, which just once again feels inefficient. It could go to 0 life now. Well, because Beige you want on board. Ooh, okay.
Beige is
That is
gone.
nasty.
Bouncing the Beige
Beige
and
is in fact gone.
swinging 8.
So that would be 8-7.
Yeah, I guess
Maybe
you kind of
did
just
take
have
that?
to take it when
Yeah.
I block 2k. I don't think he's gonna counter out of both of those.
Yeah, that's way too many cards.
Yeah.
I'm in a situation where. Okay.
If he
Yeah.
if he has Kid in hand here, then he's still like fine. He has like, infinite cards in hand, has Beige back in hand, so he plays Kid and then plays Beige after Kid. But Beige gets bounced. You need 2 blocker, but you have Law, so it's fine. You're gonna lose the Law then, but or just a lot of counter.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be fine. He might have the problem of not having a 2k again, and then has to pitch 2 1ks here.
Yeah, like given the time it's taking, it might be the case, or maybe he's really thinking about, hey, I have these Capone 1 cost that I want to play next turn for whatever reason. Doesn't really.
He has no
make
life,
sense.
so I guess Beige
Yeah,
is
exactly.
an insta pitch now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pitches two
Ooh,
bunnies.
nasty. Nasty. Yep. Goes a long way.
Yeah, 8 2ks is not it. I've tried. Because you want to be so greedy with this deck because there's so many good cards you want to play and kind of have to play. Like you don't want to cut on your searches. You want at least like 12 5-drops, preferably more. You want 4 OD, 4 Law. Then for some matchups you need kids. So it's tight.
I'm not sure. Did we respond to Denio? Yeah, the game is recorded.
Jack
of course.
responded to it. Because Abbster's playing a tournament on his own right now. But maybe Abbster's just this good. He plays the live webcam game and then the sim tournament at the same time. That would be a good illusion to create.
Real trick behind his talent is plenty of people that impersonate him. Could work.
That's just a different Abbster here. We're just faking him. Play sim with his feet, yeah.
So how do you balance here, trying to put pressure on the blue purple Luffy, and not die next turn?
I mean, Kid
Right,
would
because-
be a solution to
Here you go.
developing board. This
Kind of
also
was 7.
works.
Never mind.
Okay, he just heals.
Okay.
He's probably not gonna play this out. He just heals.
Yeah. Fortunately, like small blockers are virtually useless at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna use Cavendish to restand too and then play out the Beige that he got bounced back. Looks a bit awkward here.
That would be to like kind of like tax a card of Luffy's attack. You reckon?
Yeah, I mean, maybe you just don't bounce it then. You don't, but you could bounce the beige with the Luffy ability, then play, let's say, Gravity Blade, play 9 Mom, and then
Mhm.
you're
Okay.
gonna punish Abbster a lot for not being able to deal
Or
with the Luffy.
6, 7, 8. Oop, you were right.
Oh, 8 would be pitch 2 1Ks earlier, and he has a 1K in life, so if you rest the law here, you're getting
So,
some.
you need, yeah, exactly. No point in bluffing the lack of 2Ks. Just know it happens. Sometimes when I play this deck, and I think I was playing 8 2Ks as well, it felt like they just weren't there. Yep, this deck doesn't have any.
I mean, if you don't draw them early and then your searches, you have to pick up your combo pieces and not spend your early game finding 2Ks. Then you might end up having a lack of 2Ks, yeah. A good turn would have been playing, if you had a 5-drop Bonnie in hand, then putting the Bonnie in life, stunning the Luffy, and going to 0 with 2 blocker.
Mhm.
That would have worked. Because you could have still played beige, given their Cavendish.
Yeah, then you just need 1 cost to play to bounce. Yeah, I think like that is equivalent to having a life in that context, right? Like the Sims swing. Or more, because just saving. What did he give away?
2
1Ks,
1Ks, we
was it?
gave Bonnie blocker and Kid Killer. Yeah, that's what I meant last game when there was a 6 at Cavendish, where I wanted the 6 at leader.
That's right.
That's basically exactly what happened now. I mean, what happens if you block? And I mean, if you block 1K, you're still losing 1 card, but then you're definitely losing the Cavendish. I think you still lose to Cavendish because 9 Mom is very likely to happen. So maybe block 1K could have been a choice.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, now
Okay.
Sanji 9 Mom or
It's-
just 9 Mom is really annoying.
Yeah, I did the demand like Sanji would be the extra. Okay, pitching a 2K as well. Interesting.
Yeah.
No, it's extremely rough.
Yeah, getting through 3 life from blue purple with no bodies on board is gonna be difficult. And then the longer the game goes on, blue purple Luffy is just gonna print resources. I mean, Law's pretty good at that, at doing that too, but Law doesn't play 2 9-drops a turn.
Or as Giant.
Yeah, or has giant.
Like the free counter goes a long way in terms of resource attrition. So yeah, this feels quite doomed. Are you the
5
kind of
cause
player
Bonnie's-
that yeah?
I was gonna say 5 because Bonnie's still very, very good play here.
Excellent, yeah. That's such good tempo. So it's one of those cards that is so fun to play because you always feel like you are doing some kind of magic in terms of like stopping your opponent from using the best effects. Even though it's just it's nothing too fancy, but okay.
Sabaody.
Fine. Yeah. Like hoping in brickage, general brickage. I assume 10
There's
into
no
Luffy.
Don in hand. So yeah, that's 10 on Luffy. We pitched a 2K of Mom though. Is that 10 into?
Wait.
Was 10 into the Mom, I guess.
Why would you?
Yeah, that surprised me as well.
Yeah. It was just Suzuhachi, right? It was pitched.
Yeah, it was just Usohachi. We pitched the 2K of Big Mom earlier, so
Oh, that
that's
is really
surprising.
surprising. Yeah.
And now it's 8, so it's 8 into the Luffy. And he has 2 more done.
Sure, for sure. We was hoping like maybe you're fully bricked. any thought that will attack in your life. But it's not the case, is it? But I understand that, like in this spot, you need to be greedy and hope for the best.
Yeah,
because it's
that's
just
for sure, but it's still
so
an
bad.
awkward
Like I do
decision.
understand the vision there exactly. Just like taking this is huge. I'm still wondering if he meant to attack Luffy first. Maybe it was a matter of the second attack couldn't have been into Luffy, into Big Mom because it was just 8. Was it? Yeah. Fair enough. I had to develop a blocker and both swing lost to 2k in hand if I used Dawn. Yep, that's right. That feels correct. It was from Abbster, of course.
Yeah, I just read it as well.
Yeah, no, that's very fair.
Five cards in hand. I mean, if we have Usoachi, we're probably just going for game.
Oh yeah, FX kits. I think that's what Abbster meant in terms of like he needed the lack of 2Ks because he was forced to play a blocker to survive. And so given that one swing was 8 and the was 10, the 10 needed to go to Mom. Yeah, very fair. I'm wondering if you would ever go 8 on or like 9 first on the Luffy, but it doesn't really change anything, right? Like it's just a matter of the 2K there is or not. Yeah, no, exactly. It was there. It's always Abbster schooling us and me in particular. Anyway, I see we've moved on. What did I miss?
Looks like Cavendish is on the board for a second. I was like,
Yes,
why we're not going for game?
That's
But
interesting. Yeah.
but yeah, Cavendish is not on the board.
Rush Luffy time? No,
Cavendish is not on the board. But yeah, I mean, Usoachi would have probably gotten there as well, but 6 and 9, so maybe just a Mom again. But then the Mom doesn't really have that great at targets. So maybe like,
but it heals you. Like how do you die if you keep healing?
I mean, 9 cost Luffy is probably better. We already have 3 life. And then if you play Mom here, maybe Abbster really actually goes for your board and kills both of them this time. Yeah, what is this is this is unfortunate too.
It's the first time I see this interaction. That's pretty fun.
I got my 7-cost Law Mihawked recently because I didn't have beige. But even if let's say there was no Hody and just Law and beige, getting that Law from the board into life is still very good for Asmir. It still hurts Abbster because it's a lot of tempo that you lose. But yeah, getting rid of Hody entirely is even better.
Yeah, it's so good, especially because like in the nasty scenarios, if it doesn't have a second Hody, you can just bounce it, play it again. Like I assume you attack with 8 first, and then bounce it and rest stuff. Which is always fun to do.
Yeah, it's a very.
So please do call me out on my bullshit if I say something wrong. But
no,
I am yet to do this interaction.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult winning this game.
Yeah, like is there a way for you not to die next turn?
Mm.
Not sure.
There's definitely no way to progress. Like even if you don't die, you're spending your entire hand trying to survive a turn. only for your opponent to still have 3 life, maybe 2 at that point.
Mm.
But yeah.
But to be fair, the Hori move earlier was like a low probability one, exactly, right? But it could have saved the game entirely. Like if you get rid of the two bodies and you have a board and the opponent doesn't,
Yeah, if
well,
both,
that just changed the face of the game.
both of the
Um,
characters died, and it's very strong, yeah. But I think even if both characters die and then Sanji Miyok happens, I think you're still in a rough
Yeah,
situation
absolutely.
because there's still like 2 big bodies on the board. Your opponent has 3 life, which as blue purple Luffy, you're big chilling on 3 life. So yeah, I think you would still be in a not that great spot, but more winnable than this outcome.
Okay, so Asmir takes it home for round 2. So maybe we'll see the first game with Lo going first, which would be
Yeah, for
exciting.
sure.
1-1. Very good game. Really need that Capone on board early.
Yeah,
I'll keep that in mind.
we got punished twice now for not having it. I mean, not punished. We didn't have it, but it's not like he didn't want to play it. But yeah, the opponent had the answer to our board twice, which hurt. And in game 1, we got a lot better. We recovered a lot better from the gravity blade.
Yeah, that was not in game 1. It was beautiful to see the comeback from Gravity Blade. In my head, it was kind of over, just very hard to get enough value back. But there's interactions. Sometimes the opponent is forced to a giant and loses the ability and so on. It was good.
What is on Abbster's sleeves? That's what I am asking myself right now.
I mean, if Abbster is still in the chat, maybe you could answer. All I can tell is there's 6 symbols on it.
I don't
And I
recognize
have
them
no
from
idea what they
anywhere.
are. Yeah. Fortunately, we don't have the technology to enhance the video quality.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't recognize them anyways if we didn't know them didn't know the symbols by now. Maybe it's Swedish traditions.
That would be the best possible outcome, I believe.
We need IKEA sleeves.
After all, I do have pizza on my sleeves. Inevitably. It would be a good moment to, if it's something he's selling, if it's merch. I don't think I've seen any merch from him, but
Oh yes, he's probably not here right now.
yeah,
it's probably not.
I think he has this tournament in.
Yeah, Chinoy's Cup
soon.
probably again.
Yes, of course. Multiple time winner. So we do see Green Log going first.
No one drop though.
No one drop. I did miss if he mulliganed. But
I'm pretty sure he kept his end. I mean, he has a searcher now, so maybe that's why he kept it. If he's
searcher,
I mean, if you already have your
Cavendish.
pieces, then maybe
Yeah,
already
so
has like Cavendish and Law in hand.
it would be nice, but you can do without. To ramp or not to ramp? Do you get rid of the ramp, apparently? Thunderbago trigger. It was nice in first life.
Oh, we got
It's
a
good.
prime sub. Thanks, Perezin. Yeah, Perezin, probably. Perezin.
Risen RB or RB. Feel free to put the fanatics in the chat. Happy to reread it. Thank you for the sub. I must say, I know this is a pretty good matchup for Green Yellow Law, but like watching Abbster playing makes me feel like, huh, maybe this deck is not bait. Maybe maybe it's actually good. Getting back from bad situations is.
I mean, it
can be
took game
tricky
one.
another.
Game one took 2 laws to come back, and then game 2 wasn't so nice. I don't know. I played this deck a lot from like at the beginning of OP10, and to me, it doesn't feel too great. It's like it's good into this matchup, but black purple and green purple, they aren't bad matchups, but they're not matchups why you would take this deck to regional. But yeah, it seems like he has he has the best opening.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he has seen all the stuff. So what's gonna happen now is leader ability. Yeah. Take back a searcher, either replay a searcher or a blocker. Oh, so beautiful.
Now there's a crucial moment because if Abbster swings here, we have 2 done on Asmir's side. He could use Thunderbarger to ramp to 9, which would mean there's a 9 Marm coming down, worst case. And then if Abbster decides to not swing, he would be at 8. So I think swinging here might actually be a mistake, but yeah, maybe it was just a bait from Asmir. Yeah. I'm not
we
sure
have
if I'd risk that.
interesting. I see. Yeah, that's the other, like, I was gonna say. The real threat feels like the one copy of Gravity Blade. Well done,
MVP.
Asmir. That's a good level of top decking.
That is
Reminds me from my
a
best
very
days.
strong one-off, yeah. Yeah. But I think again last turn was an interesting moment where I probably wouldn't have swung because 9 Marm would have been pretty bad as well.
Yeah, the Gravity Blade just turns it upside down. Now you need 7 cost slow, but there's stacking. So maybe it's a 5 and a 2. Never mind.
It's
Do
still
see it.
low.
Second Cavendish. Nice.
Yeah,
what do you
still
do?
needs beige.
Do you
because
swing
beige-
first?
Depends on what he wants to do. Because if you swing 6, your opponent's probably gonna counter it. If you have no play, then you wanna put pressure on swing 8. You don't want your opponent on 3 life. You think, okay, he plays the Cavendish first. Interesting. And then swings.
Okay.
I'd be a bit scared to do that, but unless he wants the 8. But his opponent still took the life. But now 9 Marm is very punishing. No beige still in hand.
I mean, it might also be a case of, like, if you, let's say, if you have another 7 cost law, it doesn't really matter in which part of life Cavendish goes. You'd rather just find your pieces, I guess.
I mean, if it goes to the bottom, then
it's gone. Yeah,
it's gone. Mihawk would be terrifying as well. But then he would be at 1 life. And then you could put some pressure if you have something like Restand Low.
For sure. Also, we in chat we have Wizerks. Hope I'm saying this right. That feels like it's more a 50-50 than a really good matchup for Law. I mean, I am under the impression it also really depends on what blue purple finds in the first few turns. If you don't have removal, like, good luck.
I mean, if let's say there's no Gravity Blast turn, Gravity Blade last turn, the game is over.
Yep.
Like if there's Cavendish Law into a 7 cost law, the game's over. The game just ends at this point. There's no coming back for the blue purple player. So I wouldn't say it's 50-50, but there's a lot of things that can go wrong, and given how strong blue purple is as a deck in general, it still has a good fighting chance. And yeah, but I would still say it's probably
Yeah.
law favored.
Like as with most matchups, if you can make it long, then you can the attrition war as a blue purple you usually win.
I mean, 50-50, you could maybe argue if the law has to go second. If law has to go second, then it's closer to a 50-50, but that's-
I'm gonna try to find one of those sim stats where he says like the win rate depending if you go first or second. I think they just released the one for blue purple.
I don't trust those.
It's only partially relevant. I
Yeah.
find. It's like there's some bullshit in there, and green yellow is still like a hard deck where if you mess something up the first few turns, it might be very hard to recover.
Yeah, they
Um,
include low elo
sequencing wise.
games. They include low elo games, and then people are learning the
Mm.
decks. I remember a time like it was OP7, I think, when the Eket Luffy released, and then a lot of new players started playing BY Luffy. Like BY Luffy was arguably like the best deck, maybe top 3, but they had like 45% win rate in sim.
Yeah.
Okay, he just swaps the life.
Amazing.
Takes-
Oh, I love that. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I will use that. Thank you, Abbster. Once again.
Yeah,
Like nothing
Asian-
nothing fancy, but still. Just like being aware that it is that straightforward.
Yeah, beige and Bonnie allow you to take both top and bottom life.
But yeah. I get excited easily. Not bad. I did find the chart from the what's it? TCG matchmaking, and it's about doesn't according to them it doesn't matter that much. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, we freeze a dawn,
Yeah, so no events
meaning
next
that.
turn.
So if you don't have a category. Well, Rush Luffy can work as well. It costs actually pretty brutal here.
Yeah, Rush Luffy would put a lot of pressure on Abbster's life.
It still doesn't like take off. I don't think you ever take that. Like I don't think you ever kill that law. So you just threaten life, but it's still a big hand. Was it 7 in hand? Even with lack of 2k, still not enough.
I mean, you can pivot. Like if you play the Rush Luffy, then you hit 9 phase, probably first, and then you have. I mean, you have 9 phase with the ability, so you have 2 down left, and then if he takes it, it's 11 and 6, or 7, 10, whatever you want. And if he counters, then you could still pivot for the low.
I see it, but
Yeah. But also just starting like 6 or 7 at life before giving away what he plays. Okay, just goes for game, I guess.
Okay. Big swing? Big ass swing?
Yeah, maybe he has no other way of no place in hand, no other ways of dealing with this. The longer
Just
this
going
matchup goes, the easier for UP. Yeah, that's a good. I mean, that's like every matchup for blue purple. It feels
Yes.
like. Like if I play it with, let's say, Reiju, then yeah, I'm favored. But if I have a slow start and he plays Sanjimam, yeah, then I'm probably still cooked, even though I'm favored in the matchup. That's true for a lot of decks.
I like blue purples. Okay. Is he cooked? Does he have it?
Might have it.
Because
May not
like if
play
you
a
don't
lot
have
of.
it,
I mean, could have a lot of 1Ks and a few 2Ks. What's the swing? 9, 10, 11? Yeah, it's 11, I think.
yeah.
No, it's
Well,
12.
it's 6. It's 12. Yeah.
Yeah, I counted 5K leader. Sorry, I'm not used to cheating.
It's 12. Yeah, I guess you take just to bait it. Like, what choice does Asmir have at this point?
I mean, if you don't have it, then then you definitely don't take it because he doesn't have another swing.
Hmm.
Okay, now he goes 6.
So this and Nami? Why start with 9 then?
Maybe he thought his opponent is gonna counter it. And now thinks that
Yeah.
Nami is better. But Nami and the Don is just prime holy.
Yeah, exactly. Then you play fish. It's GG. Because
Play 1K.
obviously he did reveal the Gangland Giant. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. This saves you from fish. Still pretty bad, but you know. I would assume no counter in that stack. Otherwise, you can just set up your giant. Kind of know if you survive next turn, and then for lethal.
Yeah, puts it on bottom. Okay, that's interesting.
I like it. I like it very much. This way, Hori only has limited impact.
I think I would have just gone for it. This looks very losing. You put no pressure. Like, just bouncing, like, even if he doesn't go for game yet, just bouncing the Bonnie, playing the Bonnie, stunning the mom, and, I don't know, playing something else. More blocker. You just lose as the blue-purple player from here. You're gonna lose a lot of your hand to the swings. Then your mom gets freezed. Like, just the bot state, even without Absters, like, cards in hand, looks bad.
Oh, I see it. I see it. It might just be that it kind of went 9, changed his mind midway.
Yeah, he second guessed himself. But I think at this point, you probably just have to go for it because this definitely isn't winning. It's hard to tell how many cards he has in hand, but this turn could cost him a lot.
If he has a Luffy in hand, 8 cost. Like if you have a roughly an idea that you're surviving, you bounce whatever blocker next turn.
I just read the chat. The question is what we think about Purple Cutter, because against all the ramp decks, you can cheat the 8-cost Cutter with the 2-cost baby. And then Rowan just says, shit. I mean, yeah, it's a fair point, being able to cheat 8-cost Cutter, but I mean, the other purple decks are just better at doing the purple stuff than you are. That's my main issue. The deck is very linear. Blue-purple is not the greatest matchup. And then,
Okay, so what
giant,
what did he just miss? Did he counter outright? Was swings? Was 10-6?
Yeah, he countered. Oh, he took the 10, then countered.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah,
took the 10.
Maybe looking for the events. Okay.
I mean,
in here, like once again, like I'm nowhere close to this level, but why start with 10?
it's a good question, but I mean, like starting 10 makes your opponent. I mean, if he takes the life, then you'd probably maybe just Toady, Cavendish, and then have enough swings. Okay, that's why he started 10. He just wanted to.
Beautiful, I must say. But at this point, he already used later ability?
Yeah, he just plays it to you. So he doesn't have he didn't have a second law in hand.
Not too sure what's up here. We get to Dawn for the BJ. And it's chip away at hand size.
Okay, there's another 2K. think this is an awkward game for
Mm.
from both sides. Not both probably not very happy with their hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would have expected Abbster to just go for it. Okay. He's quite healthy. Two blockers. The opponent just has a mom for offense. Did he get rid of some cards in hand? Not that it matters too much. But if you have Hori and the oppo just decides to big mom or anything like that, then it's probably game. Like playing for Asmir to play another turn where you keep 3 down up. It's just very slow. At that point, you just don't get the value that this deck can bring.
I mean, yeah, Hodi's game, yeah, for sure. Game at this point, Hodi is always just game, regardless what your opponent does. That's why Hodi is so strong.
Yeah.
Best card in the format after Giant, probably.
Yeah, no. Also because it's so hard to play against it, around it. Luckily, it's almost never searchable so far.
Shira Dihoshi.
Mm-hmm. Is Hodi slash? I mean, BDF in next set, sure.
I don't know. Is it
I'll
slash?
look
Probably
for
not.
fish.
Fishman Island. What did he do? Did he just punch people? Then he's probably strike. I don't think he had a sword or anything.
Strike. Yeah. So yeah, next set, Perona still doesn't fix the issue. Still not searchable.
Got another prime sub from Mirbi. Thank you.
Thank you, Miri B. It's so dangerous to have that emoji. I wonder what you're referencing. Things, the famous incident, yeah. Yeah. So exactly, it's another one of those turns, right? Like where you just try to play around Hodi.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're playing like trying not to lose, then you're usually also not winning.
Yep, sure.
That's the problem. So sometimes you have to put your opponent on not having the card. But I think Asmir just doesn't have any better any better plays, and just tries to survive that until he finds something better.
Well, that's fair enough. It's absolutely fair enough. I feel like even in this context, like Hori is still extremely good at just resting the blockers. In worst case, just swing into the blockers.
Yeah.
Or at least the Luffy. So next turn we're still like, hey, what's up? I have my own
know
blockers.
that there's a restand law in life. That's
Ooh,
also
true.
very strong.
Oh yeah,
Hodi restand law that doesn't really work because you're taking the restand law out of life, and I don't think you need to commit to Hodi here. Still like a lot of cards in hand, lots of done.
I mean, you can attack with. Yeah, no, I can't. Never mind.
I still like freezing Bonnie. With like you could use the restand law and to bounce like you swing Bonnie, bounce Bonnie, play the restand law after swinging Cavendish, of course, to restand stuff. Maybe use some Don before, like swing 8. Swing 8 Bonnie, swing 8 Cavendish, bounce Bonnie to restand the Cavendish, swing Cavendish, play Bonnie, freeze the mom, and then maybe you have another Don for like another beige or something.
Yeah, for another blocker. So yeah, you're at 0, but
I mean, if you had 2 left, then that play would be very safe. If you're going to 0 with just 1 blocker, then yeah, that wouldn't be great. Okay, yeah, it looks like he might just go for game, given the 8k swing.
so awkward though. Like
It
Asmir
makes
might
it
legit
awkward,
just have
yes.
fucked all the events in the world. Wait on
I
the
mean,
bug.
there's no way to use the restand law efficiently right now. Yeah. He just left it there and just placed the bunny. Because if you played restand law now, there's nothing to restand. And if you swing the Cavendish first, then there's no Don to restand. So it's a bit awkward.
It's awkward. I'm sure that's a line that might allow you to do most of it, but it's
And if you spend Don
like
first, yeah, then of course.
yeah,
But
it's
I think
it's
he's
awkward.
just going the safe approach, swinging like 6, swinging maybe another 8, a 9, gets rid of some cards in hand, gets rid of some blockers, plays the Bonnie down again, and then maybe another beige or like Bonnie blocker or something. Yeah, our next match is Rage against Luffy. Can't believe I'm getting benched for a Rage match.
I mean, all your disciples are either playing or commentating. We will get DJ.
That is true. DJ has his no, it's not his Rage commentary debut. He and
Sure.
I did Rage
I
before.
think you've done it already. I mean, the incident happened under the supervision of the two of you.
Oh, true then. I almost forgot there was a Rage match.
Rage matches. So
because the match at some point became second to what we were saying.
I will be trying to get access to the YouTube channel from Jack. At some point, I will just rename the video the inks.
Oh yeah, game 3 is gonna be insane. I'm gonna get us cancelled somehow. Okay. Maybe it's just Bonnie and Beige, I guess. Bonnie, Beige, and Room. Something along those lines.
Yeah. I feel like it's just getting
Room
a bit
in his updated list. I just cut the Room for the Hawkins.
Huh. He was just baiting it earlier.
Okay, that's Giant and Bagua.
Don't even remember how much it counters.
He just has to double Giant. Doesn't have a 1k in hand. Maybe I would have just gotten rid of Nami then, but maybe he just expected to draw a 1k and gambled it. No, now it's definitely lost. You got your mom stunned and you have no Don.
Five. Yep. Bonnie. Yeah. I mean, we were talking about you, DJ, but
yeah, I assumed as much. I was just like checking on the live guys.
speaking of the devil,
Is it getting crashed by DJ?
Hey, how was the first experience?
We're still in the game.
it's fully
Still in the game.
live.
Anything you
still.
leak will be used against you.
It's at least I'm watching 2 decks I know ish. So it's a bit easier to comment on this one. The next one, I think you're gonna be doing all the heavy lifting, Jay.
This game hasn't progressed
Next
in a
game.
while.
Next game's gonna be fun. I can see the leaders they got already. And yeah, we should be able to manage.
Yeah, Jack leaked it. It's Rage against Luffy.
Yeah.
And I'm getting benched. But yeah, let's see what the blue purple player does now. His mom got freezed. He has only 8 Don, I think. Yeah, he used Giant twice. So no way to heal.
Oh.
And then Katakuri now dies a horrible death to Hodi.
Yeah, also this point, like the game has been going on for so long that the chances of having a Hori in hand went up considerably.
I mean, the game was lost like 2 turns ago, it feels like.
Yeah.
But Abbster playing it safe. There's no reason, no reason to
Exactly. Okay.
overcommit.
Yeah.
Still has Hodi, yeah.